Hello and welcome, esteemed guests, to my channel. My name is Ainsley. Let's do stuff. Today, for the first time ever on my channel at least, we are building in Sulani. Oh my god, I'm already so in love with this world, and I've only done like 2 builds in it. We're starting out by doing an overwater bungalow kind of house, and then the next build that I've done, which hopefully will be on my channel shortly, is actually the house that I built for a Let's Play that I'm going to be doing. I've hummed and hawed in the past about doing a Let's Play, but I'm just really intrigued to do one, and I really want to get one started. It's kind of why I started my YouTube channel, but I wanted to ease in with builds and cast videos, so I'm really looking forward to jumping in. I've made the main character for the Let's Play, and I'll probably, I don't know, maybe I'm thinking of starting the series off with a speed cast of the main character as sort of an introduction to the series. You'll have to let me know in the comments down below if that's how you'd like the series to start, or if you want me to jump right into gameplay. At this point, I'm mostly just dreading the awkward first episode thing that I think might just be unavoidable, but do let me know in the comments down below if you have any ideas of how I could, avoid that. But back to today's build. I just love the way that this turns out. I use the table as a TV stand so that the TV is on the end of the table and then you have your space to eat on the other side, and I actually go back and put a chair at the very end and put a little laptop there so it can be a workspace too. I love the size of this house. To me, it's the perfect size. It's not too big. It's the perfect, single sim or couple house. And in that same vein, it's not too small, so I don't feel cramped. I briefly considered putting the desk in the bedroom, but I actually wanted to leave quite a bit of the space open because they have those nice sliding doors out onto the balcony. And I built a little house on the outside for the bathroom, actually. I don't know if it's just me, but whenever I see these pictures of these overwater bungalows, I'm like, where are you putting your septic system? I mean, mind you, on the sand, it's probably not any extravagant septic system. It's probably, a hole in the ground, but it's at least a hole in the ground. It's going somewhere. So I really liked having the bathroom outside. It's probably a little bit annoying to go back and forth between, but if you're living on the water like that, there are some compromises that you just kind of have to make. I went with a very light wood and teal color scheme for this house. That is my absolute favorite color scheme. I mean, my bedroom has like a light wooden floor and turquoise and beige walls, so this whole pack is right up my alley. I used the toilet from Get to Work. I think that's the one that comes in the prison cells, and I really liked it because I felt like it made sense that it looks a bit more like maybe a composting toilet or some other kind of toilet because it doesn't have the full tank on the back. This isn't an off-the-grid lot, but I did still want it to look like it's not super plugged into a grid. And then I used these really beautiful turquoisey colored tiles from Jungle Adventure, and I used the wall from Jungle Adventure as well. I love the way those two packs work together, and I also used that really, really low fence from Get to Work to act as a little divider between the flooring types in the living room and kitchen. That is my all-time favorite detail for realism in this game. I know everyone has their little unique clutter thing that they like to do, or specific build thing that they like to do to make it feel like a real house, and that's mine. I also included both a meditation stool and a yoga mat in this build, and I have to say, this vase, I didn't realize the shadow that it cast was so strange because I sized it down until I was in here editing, so if that bothers you, feel free to take it out. I believe that's also from Jungle Adventure, and again, it's just an instance of like Jungle Adventure stuff working really well with island living with all of the teals and turquoises. And I put in that little rooster because there are the chickens that are loose around Sulani, and I thought that made it look really cool. I also almost forgot to, but I didn't. I included the piece of floor tile that lets you see down into the water because I have this thing that I really want to go to Tahiti for a vacation and stay in one of those little overwater bungalows, and I know that they're in other places. You can get them in Mexico or in the Maldives. It has to be Tahiti. I was a big Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. fan back in its like early days, and so I have this weird Tahiti connection, and I know it's dumb and fandom-y, but I like can't leave it alone. And all of the pictures of vacation spots that I look at in Tahiti always usually have that floor tile that you can see into the ocean, so I included it. And here I am putting the yoga mat on the back deck along with a lounger, because I thought like that would be the perfect spot to go out in the morning and do some yoga. In my mind, island living and the whole sort of relaxed vibe of things really correlates well with the wellness skill. I think someone who can, meditate until they float probably belongs in Sulani. And speaking of floating, this boat, or just placing stuff on the water in general, look at it, it's in the air. I don't understand. I can't be the only one who can't see the water, right? That can't just be me. I find it impossible to tell when something is sitting on the surface versus floating. And it doesn't help that things kind of try to take off on you. That's not just the boat. I tried placing an aquasip when I couldn't get this to sit right, and it did the same thing. I put a picnic table outside that was from City Living, so I also put one of the new barbecue pits that we got in for cooking the traditional dishes in the banana leaf. And I know it's not technically a bonfire, but I put some chairs around and a little umbrella. And here's another glitch I'm getting. I couldn't put beach towels down. They were just disappearing. If that's happening to you, let me know in the comments down below. Or if you're sitting there screaming, "You dummy, you're doing it wrong," let me know that too. One of the last major furniture things I did was put in that little floaty in the back, a barbecue, and a little kava bowl in the kitchen area so that you're able to prepare kava, because I wanted you to have the ability to do that where it is a feature in the game pack, or the expansion pack rather. And now we're moving on to the cluttering. So I started with the bathroom, and I do apologize because I forgot to take screenshots of the bathroom, so you'll have to pay attention here to what I'm doing because I don't have any screenshots at the end. I do for everything else but not the bathroom. It's because it was in a different location. It messed me up. I really like putting that shelf in the gap where the shower is left because I felt like that's an easy spot to put your towels, and you can also store anything that you need in the bathroom. And where there's no lip or counter on the sink, I originally put the toothbrush and soap on the toilet, but then I thought, no, that's really too insanitary, and I definitely know that'll bother some people. So I put in a shelf and moved it there, and I also put a thing of sunblock there. This is actually one of my favorite bathrooms that I've ever done in any build, both recorded and not. Like, I really like how unique it is and how much it is a feature and not just like something to have so that your Sims can go to the washroom. I really think that bathrooms benefit from having personality because otherwise they are pretty plain. And it's not every build that you can do that in, or that it's even really necessary to do that in, but I did think it fit here. I also loved using that wheel decor from Cats and Dogs, I believe it is. A lot of the marine sea stuff from Cats and Dogs works really well with this pack. I have to commend the Sims team for that. Sometimes with packs the items are too unique and they feel hard to cross over into other builds, but this is really just phenomenal. And it's so versatile and you can use it outside of Sulani for sure. I also considered fencing in this little place where I'm putting the lights, but I figured it really wasn't necessary because it's not like your Sims actually can fall off. And I think even if they could in a place like Sulani where everything is kind of relaxed vibes, I don't think that was anyone's chief concern. And when I tried it, it really wasn't that good looking, so I was like, you know what, forget it, I'm just gonna leave it. You can of course add a fence if you download this build, which you can do. My origin ID is Ainsley Plays Sims, and this brings us into the screenshots. So thank you so much for watching this video, and sorry for the gap between videos. I was doing some job shadowing at work, so I was working a lot more, but we're back up to our regularly scheduled programming. I upload videos every Sunday and Thursday, so be sure to hit subscribe if you like my content for more good things in the future. And huge thank you to everyone for 20 subscribers. I'm so blown away and so excited to see where this channel goes. The music in this video was done by Chucky. As always, I'll link his SoundCloud below and you should definitely check him out. Like this video if you liked it, leave a comment and share it with your friends. I really appreciate it. And at the risk of sounding like a broken record, do be sure to subscribe as well. Until next time, get out there and do stuff.